Before we proceed, may we request you to subscribe to this channel of Read Files with link in the description below. You might as well subscribe to my own channel, Lens Impact.
U.S. warship destroys two
You
China
might as
spy
well
jets near
subscribe to
Scarborough
my
Shoal.
own channel, Lens This incident increases the tension in the West Philippine Sea.
A U.S. warship destroyed two Chinese spy jets near the Scarborough Shoal in the South China Sea, in a significant escalation of tensions between the two superpowers.
Well, all I can say is that China is very persistent and is
The U.S.
sometimes
Navy said that
irresponsible
the
in
Arleigh
her
Burke-class
actions.
destroyer, U.S. Zumwalt, was conducting a routine freedom of navigation operation, FONOP, in the South China Sea when it was intercepted by the two Chinese J-11 fighter jets. The Chinese jets flew dangerously close to the U.S. Zumwalt, and one of them even attempted to ram the U.S. warship.
This is what I'm saying, irresponsible acts of China.
In response, the U.S. Zumwalt fired two warning shots, but the Chinese jets continued to harass the U.S. warship. The U.S. Navy said that the U.S. Zumwalt then fired two more shots, this time hitting and destroying both Chinese J-11 fighter jets. The Chinese government has condemned the U.S. Navy's actions, calling them provocative and unnecessary. The Chinese government has also accused the U.S. Navy of violating Chinese airspace. The U.S. government has defended the Navy's actions, saying that they were necessary to protect the U.S. Zumwalt and to uphold the freedom of navigation in the South China Sea. The U.S. government has also accused the Chinese government of militarizing the South China Sea and of trying to assert its sovereignty over the entire region. The incident near the Scarborough Shoal is the latest in a series of increasingly tense encounters between the U.S. and China in the South China Sea. The South China Sea is a vital shipping link and is also home to rich oil and gas reserves. The U.S. and China have been vying for control of the South China Sea for decades. The U.S. has a long-standing policy of freedom of navigation in the South China Sea, and it regularly conducts FONOPs to challenge China's territorial claims. China has been building artificial islands and military bases in the South China Sea in recent years in an attempt to assert its control over the region.
The U.S. intention is beneficial to the whole world, while that of China is for own
The
interests
U.S. has
only.
condemned China's actions, saying that they are a threat to freedom of navigation and to regional peace and security. The incident near the Scarborough Shoal is a significant escalation of tensions between the U.S. and China. It remains to be seen how the Chinese government will respond to the destruction of its two spy jets. The incident also raises the risk of a wider conflict between the two superpowers.
I think the U.S. action is purely legal, while that of China is
Meanwhile,
invalid
the
and
international
for
community has closely
self-interest
monitored
only.
the situation, expressing concerns over the increasing militarization of the South China Sea. The incident raises questions about the adherence to international norms and the potential for further escalation in a region already fraught with territorial tensions. Beijing accused the United States of provocative behavior and urged an immediate end to what it deemed dangerous activities in the contested waters.
If China will not stop its illegal and invalid claims in the West Philippine Sea, the tension will continue.
The incident near Scarborough Shoal underscores the broader geopolitical complexities in the South China Sea. The U.S. and China have been engaged in a strategic competition, with both nations asserting their influence in the region. The United States, along with its allies, has expressed concerns about China's expansive territorial claims and militarization efforts in the disputed waters. This recent clash raises the stakes as it marks a direct confrontation between military forces of the two nations. The incident could potentially strain diplomatic relations further and escalate tensions, prompting neighboring countries to reassess their alliances and strategic positions in the region. International leaders and organizations have called for a peaceful resolution to the escalating tensions in the South China Sea. Diplomacy and dialogue are emphasized as the preferred means to address territorial disputes and prevent further military confrontations.
Peaceful resolution is the best, but China is very persistent and arrogant.
The destruction of 2 Chinese spy jets by a U.S. warship near Scarborough Shoal represents a concerning development in the ongoing maritime disputes in the South China Sea. As both nations navigate the complexities of their geopolitical rivalry, the international community anxiously awaits diplomatic efforts to de-escalate tensions and find a lasting solution to the long-standing territorial disputes in the region.
If China will stop in her illegal acts, then peace will be attained in that area. But as of now, China is ignoring the UNCLOS and the court decision allowing the territories to be owned by the Philippines. The United States is just maintaining peaceful balance in the Indo-Pacific region. We hope that the video delivered the rightful information. Thank you very much for watching. In behalf of Refiles channel, who is the rightful owner of this video. Bye-bye.